Hello and welcome to the channel. I am your host, Travieso Americano. Please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down there below. Do all of those algorithmic-y things that make the channel successful. I would appreciate it. It's Friday, everyone. You all have made it to the weekend. Congratulations. Great job. Kick back. It's here. We're going to have a good time today. This is a show called Friday Allowance. It is a happy hour and collector show. We're going to have a few adult beverages. Feel free to have a beer, whatever you want to do. Kick back, sit back, and enjoy the weekend, the start of the weekend here. You got a couple days in front of you to just relax. We're going to have a good time. We're going to do a pack opening today. So we're going to do an NFL Panini 2022 box opening. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I think there's 6 or 7 packs in there. And then we're also going to do a card grading send-off. Not a card grading reveal, but a card grading send-off. So I've gotten a couple real juicy ones that we're going to send off to be graded. So I'll show you what those are. That way, when they come back here in a few months, you'll be aware of them, and we can have the reveal and see what grades they get. I'm really excited for this. I think you're going to enjoy it. We're going to do first off we're going to do the box or the box opening, packs opening, of course. Prestige NFL 2022 cards. I've opened some of these previously, and I've gotten some pretty good luck. There's some pretty cool cards in there, some pretty cool inserts. We'll take a look here. Whoops, dropped my pen. Take a look there. Those are all the inserts that will be available. The ones I'm most interested in, generally speaking, are the numbered cards, especially the numbered rookies. Those have the most potential for an economic windfall. So hopefully I get something juicy in there. That'd be great. So that'll be exciting. I'll show you what we get. The way I do it is I open the box off camera. This is going to be a live show once we get up to that level of subscribers and that sort of thing. So we will do that live, and I will open those cards live at that point. Right now, however, no one wants to see me fumble around with cards and try to get them into their plastic cases. So I will do that off camera. But rest assured, I won't be cheating. First off, I don't like watching people open cards online or on video. As I said it in the last show, watching them fumble around, I must have anxiety because it just drives me crazy. So I'm not going to put you through that. But what I will do is I'll turn the camera off. Then once I'm done, I will turn it back on, and we will have the big reveal there. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I am excited about that. Like I said, hopefully get some juicy cards in there. Something real nice. We're also going to do, like I said, the send-off for grading. I did get some juicy cards this week that I'm going to show to you. I got one WWE 1 in 10 card. I actually got 2 1 in 10 cards. I'm only sending one off to be graded, but I'll show you the other one. Also, I'm getting I have a 1 in 25 garbage pail kit card that I will send off to have graded. So those are exciting. I'll show you those. I'll show you the numbering and all that. Maybe a couple others. We'll wait and see. But because I was thinking about the graded garbage pail kits, I figured I would show off a couple of the ones I already have graded here. I love garbage pail kits, especially the early ones. I was a kid during that time, so I'm so full of the nostalgia, of course. So I thought I'd show a couple of these off to you. The first one I'm going to show off is a Melton Melissa from the 1985 Garbage Pail Kids. I do believe that was Series 2, as I recall. That's exciting. It's graded a 6, it looks like there, so extra fine to mint. As you can see, it's definitely off center. The corners are really nice. It's just off center, extremely off center, as you can see. And that's why it got the 6 there. I'll turn it around. It's the Teacher's Pet Award. I want a good mark apparently is the name of the teacher on the back there, so that's fun. We'll move that down. Then the next one I've got is a 6.5. This is a Brian Ryan. I love this guy. Brian Ryan, obviously a Godzilla. I'm a big Godzilla fan. You'll see some Godzilla movie reviews coming up and those sorts of things. But Brian Ryan, he's a cool card. Again, 1985. Garbage Pail Kids, this is the Short Memory Award. And the person who gave this one out is Hazy Recollection. Who doesn't like Garbage Pail Kids? Seriously, they're like the greatest things of all time. And then I've got one more for you. This is one of the pride and joys of my collection. Not just of Garbage Pail Kids, but of all sports cards, especially graded cards. Actually, it's one of my favorite graded collectibles overall. I have a lot of graded comics as well. You can probably, there's a couple back there. I don't know if you can see them. But this is one of my favorite, this guy here. This is one of my favorite cards, one of my favorite possessions, favorite collectibles. And that is, without any further ado, Atom Bomb of the original series, 1985. It's Series 1. It's got the checklist. It is a 5. One of the corners is a little bit dinged up on the right, and then it's obviously off-centered, much like the Melissa, or the Melton Melissa. It's got the checklist on the back. Of course, it's graded by PSA. But this is one of my favorites. It's so colorful too. I wish you could see it in person. It's a very colorful card. I picked up that card several years ago and have been glad to have it ever since. So that's exciting, and hopefully I don't get any 6.5s, 5s, or 6s back. I am hoping the card that I send out will be graded at a 9 or 10. Very least a 9. I can't imagine it being below that. But I'll show it to you in the second half of the show when we do that. I've got a couple that I'll be showing you, so that'll be exciting. So we'll take these down. We'll put this guy, this pack box back up. And that's what we're going to be opening up. That's what you can expect for the rest of the show. It's been a really exciting week in sports. You had Albert Pujols getting his number 700. People don't talk about how he's the only 2 of the 700 and 3,000 club. There's only 2 members that have done both. That is he and, of course, Hank Aaron. So that was exciting. Then you had Aaron Judge hitting number 61. Thankfully, he's starting to erase some of the memories of those roided baseball players, replacing some of their, maybe not replacing, but at least equalizing some of those marks. I think it's good for the Yankees. I think it's good for baseball overall. Of course, it's fantastic for Aaron Judge. He went into the season without a contract extension. All he did is hit 61 home runs, set the Yankee record. He's a Yankees fan sweetheart. So all the fans love him. Everyone in New York loves him. Everyone who wears a Yankee hat or a Yankee jersey loves him. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Yankees organization does with him. They're going to have to pay him a lot of money. I don't know, for a 30-year-old player, it's a tough spot. He's put himself in a tough spot in terms of his age and taking a while with his injuries to get to this point, and they're in a tough spot because they didn't give him an extension a little bit earlier down the road, a little bit earlier up the road, I should say. So we'll see what happens there. For Yankees fans, I hope they re-sign him, but at the same time, that's going to have to be for the correct number of years. Signing him for an ultra-long contract is no good. He's not going to be valuable at that point down the road. Like I said, he's 29, 30, 31, somewhere in there. I forget his exact age. Old enough where a 10-year contract's out of the question. However, someone's going to pay him money, so the Yankees are going to have to give more than they offered him, so more than the $25 million range. They're going to have to get up to that $30, $35, $40 million a year average annual value. So hopefully for Yankees fans, not for the rest of baseball, but hopefully for Yankees fans, they can get something done. We'll have to wait and see. And then, of course, last night, we were all watching as Tua Tagovailoa got hurt. A lot of pushback on that this morning and some last night. A lot of the NFLPA is saying that they are going to sue the NFL. They're looking into it. If you didn't know, Tua had a concussion last week, or may have had a concussion last week. That's sort of what the ballyhoo is all about. That last week he had a concussion. He went through concussion protocol. Supposedly, he came out of it okay. He played on Sunday where he supposedly had the concussion. It was a Thursday game, so only 4 days in between there. That's going to be dicey. The Dolphins organization has already been under fire quite a bit. They have the lawsuit coming from Brian Flores, so there's a lot going on there. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know. I think it's in everyone's best interests if you let these guys that may have a concussion just a flat-out ban on letting them play the next week. CTE is no joke. A lot of these players, they do want to play, so the organizations have to keep that in mind. And I think the onus falls really on everybody in these situations. The players have got to be honest with coaches and staff about how they feel, especially the medical staff. After something like this happens, they've got to be honest, not only during the game if it's an injury during the game, but after the game as well. Coaching staffs, they have got to understand that their jobs and the jobs of the rest of the coaches and the organization, the president of football operations, all those sorts, that all doesn't matter. That doesn't matter when compared to a player's health. I don't care how much everybody's making. It doesn't matter. A player's health is more important than that, and they need to understand that. The coaching staff certainly needs to understand that. I remember several years ago, Andy Reid coaching the Eagles, and a player went back in. This is back in the 90s or early 2000s. Andy Reid was still with the Eagles, so it has been a long time. I'm not attacking Andy Reid in this, but at that time, back in the day, there was a player, it might have even been Donovan McNabb. I forget who the player was, to be honest with you. In any case, they took a bad hit during the game. They were showing on the sidelines the player and Andy Reid and the medical staff, and that player still looked hurt. He looked concussed and went back into the game. That was a long time ago, but even back then I was yelling and screaming at the television. So it's something we've got to think about. It's something we've got to get our house in order. But in any case, it's the weekend, so what I am going to go ahead and do is I'm going to turn the camera off. I am going to go ahead and open these packs. We're going to do that reveal, and then I'll also show you what I'm going to send out to be graded. And enjoy your beverage, and I'll be back here momentarily. All right, folks, welcome back. I have gone ahead, opened all the packs in that box. I've got some excitement for you. You're going to want to stick around. Before I get started, let me tell you how I make a decision on what cards I'm going to put on the channel, as well as what cards I'm going to put in these semi-rigid cases. Now, these semi-rigid cases, these are what grading companies want you to send the cards in to them in. So you can't see it probably, maybe if I put it really up close. There's also another plastic sleeve in there. So there's a plastic sleeve the card goes into, and then a semi-rigid plastic sleeve, this main one. And that is how the grading companies want you to send your cards in. They don't like those top loader cases. They prefer these. So just a heads up on that. But the way I make my decision is I will put in all my rookie cards will go into these semi-rigid cases, just in case I do want to have them graded down the road. And then all my inserts will also go into those semi-rigid cases. Any star cards, like superstars that are, second, third, fourth year, generally speaking, I'm going to put those in those binder sleeves. You've seen those. You see them at Walmart. They have there's nine cards per the front. You put 9 in the back. So I'll put the rest of them in there. Maybe I'll put a second-year player or something like that into one of these semi-rigid holders. But generally speaking, I'm going to save a little bit of money and use those binder case or those binder sleeves. And then down the road, they are still being protected. So if down the road there is a card that surprisingly has more value than thought, we'll go back and go to those binder sleeves. And I have them organized. I know where everything is. So that's sort of the way I do it, just giving you a heads up. So what we'll do in this second half of this video is I will let you know what cards we got. Well, what did we pick up in that box? We do have some juicy cards, I'll tell you that. A couple of fairly juicy ones. And then I am going to show you a few cards that we will be sending off to have graded at either PSA or CGS, one of the two. And I've got several here. They're the WWE cards I was talking about. We'll save those for last, so I'll make you stick around. Those are exciting. I can't wait to show these to you. These are definitely getting graded. Some of these we opened the day they made down the road. I'm not certain I am going to get any of these graded right now, but we may see. There may be a couple that we can. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, hopefully you're enjoying your adult beverage here on this Friday evening, this Friday allowance. So I got a bunch of rookies. So how many did I get here? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rookie cards in that box. So we'll start with these. And I should say 8 rookie cards that are not parallels. So there might be another rookie card in there. I think there is. That's a parallel, but we'll get to that here in a minute. But of these rookie cards, of these 8 rookie cards, we have a Breece Hall. There you go. I believe he was the first running back selected in the draft this year, I believe. Could be wrong about that. Don't quote me. Then we have John Mechie. Unfortunately, he did have that cancer diagnosis, but hopefully he comes back. And when he does, we'll all think positively for him. When he comes back, he was fantastic at Alabama, and I think he could really be an eye-opener in a year or two. We've got another wide receiver rookie, David Bell. Then we have a cornerback for the Minnesota Vikings, Andrew Booth. Like I said, none of these are parallels. These are just the base rookie cards. And I do like to keep them in these semi-rigid holders just in case I do one day decide I want to get this sucker graded. Nothing I need to do, just put it in the mail and we're good to go. The next one we have is a tight end, Isaiah Likely. Unlikely to be graded, unfortunately, for him. But you never know. Maybe he turns it around and becomes a stud. We have an Evan Neal offensive tackle card. We have this Nick Bonito with an extra T in there. And then finally, we have a Boye Mafe rookie card, defensive end for the Seahawks. So those are the rookie cards that we got. Those are the base rookies. I don't believe there are any parallels in there. If you do spot something, please let me know in the comments down below. I would very much appreciate it. I know my cards pretty well, but we all make mistakes. So if you see something that I've missed, something exciting, please let me know. I'll give you a shout out in the next show, and that'll be real fun. So I appreciate that. So we'll move these out of the way. I'm gonna make sure that background doesn't fall. We'll move these out of the way and we'll keep going here. So the next ones I am going to show you, these are going to be the insert cards. So I'll show you these. These are the inserts that they aren't base parallel, they aren't numbered, they are just the typical inserts. So we'll show you these next. Did y'all hear the news that Superman, the real Superman, is coming back? Excuse me, he's coming back from space. DC and the new CEOs and management at DC They are doing such a great thing. They are pulling DC back from the edge of oblivion, and they truly are on the edge of oblivion based on their woke crap. They've been pulled back. I believe the CEO or the president, I think his name is Zaslav, something like that anyway. In any case, the Superman, DC had been out in space. They sent him out in space so they could make his son a, what do you think? Gay Superman, gay or bisexual or whatever it is. Woke Superman. It's horrible. It's awful. I don't read it. I am a DC guy through and through. I love DC comics, but they've been unreadable because they're so woke the last couple of years. They even bragged about it. One of the DC managers, who I think is gone, was bragging, if you don't like our comics, don't read them. Okay, we didn't. But the problem is that you, not meaning the management of DC Comics, it's sort of like when I have an expensive comic, I see myself as the steward of that comic, not the owner. I've got the first appearance of Wolverine. I don't see myself as the owner of that comic. I see myself as the steward. So that someone else, that I take care of it, so someone else, when I'm gone down the road, will have the ability to enjoy that comic like I did. And DC, these writers who are so woke and so right about everything, it's annoying, isn't it? They are so annoying. They are just awful. They put these companies out of business. Anyway, they are running the company into the ground and taking the characters, beloved characters, with them. And those are the only place we can find these characters. So when they tell me, just don't read my comics, bite me. Don't ruin my comics with your political nonsense. Comics are made for fun. They're not made to be, what's the word they always use? I can't think of it off the top of my head right now, but there's a word they always use to describe comics, where they're trying to essentially preach a socialist sermon. All right, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. It just makes me mad, but luckily DC is coming back, so that's gonna be very, very exciting. Sorry for the tangent there. I saw Superman on my glass, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit. But in any case, Superman's coming back. The real Superman's coming back, and maybe, just maybe, DC Comics will be readable again one day. And who knows? Maybe they'll even make some decent movies and shows. I'll have to wait and see. In any case, let's move on. Here are some inserts. Here's a highlight reel Adam Thielen insert card. Then we have an Any Given Sunday Ty Hilton insert card. Neither of those are numbered, but they're still pretty exciting to get. Then we had another Adam Thielen. We're getting a lot of Adam Thielens today. An Adam Thielen Prestigious Pros card. So we'll set him there next to the other Adam Thielen card. And then, as if we didn't have enough Vikings, we have a Dalvin Cook Powerhouse card. So Dalvin Cook Powerhouse, again, none of these are numbered. And then finally, we have a gold fan favorites, franchise favorites, Matthew Stafford. So there's that card. That's exciting. A couple of the, probably tell with the Matthew Stafford. Whoops, it fell there. It has if you can see it, I don't know if you can tell, but it's got a kind of cool, reflective movement and things like that. Oh, subversive. That's the word I was trying to think of with comics. They all want to make comics subversive, so kids and adults who read comics don't know they're being preached to, don't know they're getting the sermon. I knew I was getting the sermon when I was a kid. Everyone knows they're getting a sermon. Stop it. I have an idea. Be profitable. Be a profitable company. Start with that. Start with profitability, and then we can talk about your socialist sermons. DC Comics. Again, thankfully, we have some new management. It looks like that long nightmare is over. All right. We'll move these cards off, and we'll keep going with the reveal here. Hopefully, everyone's having a good evening so far. Hopefully, you're forgetting about that work week. You're kind of just letting all that go. You can pick it back up Monday. Work problems are always there. They're always easy to pick back up. Set them down for the weekend. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your hobbies. Work is work. It'll always be there for you. Trust me. All right. So now we've got some of our more impressive cards. We've got some diamond cards here, basically the Panini refractors. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 refractor cards. Then we've got a numbered base parallel and another numbered base parallel. So we'll save those two for last. Those are the two most exciting. But in terms of the diamonds, we'll go, I think, in order of excitement there as well. So the first one is a diamond kicker. It's a kicker, Harrison Butker. I mean, kickers are kickers, right? How exciting are they? Kickers are kickers. And then we have, well, this person just doesn't have a real position. Never has. I think he's played about 15, including quarterback. He played quite a bit of quarterback last year, played tight end, fullback. He's been in wildcat formations, everything you can think of. That is Taysom Hill of the New Orleans. Ooh, look at that. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I like those cards. Those are cool. All right. Next we have, I believe this guy is injured, but he's with the Dallas Cowboys. He is helping Dak Prescott stay healthy. Hasn't done a good job of it, but he's a good player. Not his fault. Tyrone Smith. So you can see that. Look at that. Pretty cool. And then finally, the last of the, I guess I can't say base parallel, but the last of the base refractor, base diamond. It's a rookie card, that's why I saved it for last. A rookie Kobe Bryant, who's a cornerback. Of course, the same name as the now deceased basketball star. Kobe Bryant, the basketball player, was one of my favorite. He was my generation. He came up as I was growing up, so he was one of my favorite. The heir apparent to Jordan. Unfortunate what happened. And I'm sure this Kobe Bryant was named after that Kobe Bryant. So that's pretty cool. But those are all fun cards. I always love the refracting and the diamonds. Like I said, those are can be some of the prettiest cards out there. They really can be. So those are exciting to get. Whenever you see them in the pack, when you're opening it up, you can't wait to get to that card to see what it is. So that was pretty cool. So we'll take those down. We'll take those down. Now we've got the last two. The last two. Before I show you the ones I'm going to send off to be graded. But these are the two numbered cards, the two parallels. The first one is number 105 out of 199. So less than 200 of these exist. Jerry Jeudy of the Denver Broncos, number 105 of 199. That's cool. As you can see, it kind of refracts and does all that shiny. Oh, look at that. Ooh, fancy holograms and all that. All right. Now the final card from the pack, the most rare. This is number 38 of 99 total printed. It is a Jeremy Chin card. Carolina Panthers. That is pretty cool. Number 38 of 99. I don't know if I'll get it graded or not. We'll have to wait and see. I'll have to see what they're going for, how much they're going for online. Can't really see too much refraction there. But it doesn't matter. The prettiest part is that number, that 38 of 99. Of course, you can see it over here at 105 out of 199. So, though that is the Panini football box that we got. So that was exciting. Lots of cool cards. Who knows? Maybe some of those rookies one day will pan out. Of course, got a lot of other stars as well. Those were pretty neat to see too. So now let's go on to the reveal of what we're going to send off to have graded. All right. So back over here as I get myself organized. Excuse me. So I've got 4 cards here, 2 of which I'm definitely going to have graded, Other two, I'm still thinking about it. I wanted to show them off anyway. They're the shortest print cards that I've gotten in a long, long time, so I do want to show them off. Whether I get them graded or not, my guess is I likely will eventually, whether I do it in this round or another round of grading. Of course, when they come back, we will have a show, a Friday allowance show, where I reveal what grades we get for those. We'll also do that for comics as well. So if you're a comic fan, we'll do comic book grades as well. That'll be a cool, fun time. Haven't done much with comics yet, but I'm a huge comic book nerd. Love them. I have a huge graded collection, so we'll do those moving forward. It won't all be sports during these collection shows. But in any case, we've got 4 cards here. 4 cards. 2 of them I've already shown on the channel, so I'll go with those 2 first, just because there's not really any excitement. Well, there's excitement, but you've already seen them. There's no reveal, no big reveal. And the first one is going to be the Zach Wheeler card. I got that on last week's Friday allowance. That is a numbered card. Numbered there is, I don't know if you can see it. It is number 12 of 25. So only 25 of those have ever been printed. Then I was telling you about this Garbage Pail Kid. This is the one I am going to have graded. It's also a 1 in 25. It is number, I forget what number is it? I forget where they put it. Number 8 of 25 total. And this is the Rose Gold Parallel. And it is the second-hand Rose card. So that's pretty cool. Rose Gold Parallel with the second-hand Rose card. Very connecting there. Probably get me a little bit more money because of that. You can see the numbering there. Like I said, number, what'd I say, 8 of 25. All right. Now we've got the last 2. We've got the 2 wrestling cards I've been telling you about. Now, these two cards are both out of 10. So there's only 10 printed. I got them in the same box. Not the same pack, but the same box. And not only the same box, in consecutive packs in that box. I got an awesome box of cards. I actually got several other inserts that are pretty nice as well that I'll consider to have graded down the road. But these are 2 that I definitely am. This first one, maybe I won't this first one, but definitely this one. Definitely getting this one graded. This one will likely be graded. We'll have to wait and see. But this one is, let's move these 2 off, just so you can see a little bit better. I knocked the camera there, sorry about that. But this is a Stevie Turner autograph, 1 out of 10 card. So that's a real autograph. That's her rookie card. And you can see on the back, it's a little easier to see there, 8 out of 10, so another 8. But that's number 8 out of 10, and that's her rookie card. So I'm going to give strong thought to having it graded. It's an exciting card regardless, fun to get, fun to find. Open that pack up and see it. It's a good time. Not sure on the grading. And then finally, without any further ado, a card that I've already seen his brother online, his card number brother, I should say, not the player's brother. This is number 2 out of 10. I have seen number 3 out of 10 on eBay. That is currently being sold. But this is, I couldn't believe I pulled it. I still can't believe I pulled it. But this is number 2 of 10. Number 2 of 10. Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio, 2 of 10. You can see that. That's a crazy card to get. That's definitely getting graded. I mean, it's in perfect condition. The only thing that could cause it to be under a 10 would be centering. It's hard to tell with these cards. We'll just have to wait till it goes and gets graded. Other than that, I'm hoping for a 9 or 10. Raw cards right now, these going raw, they're going for $600, $700, $800 plus. So if I got lucky and got that 10, woo! That'll pay off a car right there. That's what that'll do. So in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope your work week is over and that you're able to relax, enjoy yourself, enjoy the weekend, enjoy your friends and family. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for watching all the shows on the channel. Remember, Sunday we're going to have our second episode of our Bible Prophecy Basics show, so you'll want to stick around for that. And then next week we're going to have our Star Wars Andor review. That'll be happening Wednesday. That'll drop sometime midday Wednesday. I'll watch it overnight and drop that midday Wednesday. We've got some more game reviews coming up. I don't think any are coming up next week. I don't think we have any more until the week after. But we do have some fun ones coming out pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. And with that, I hope we see you next Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great evening. Thanks again for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.